keep us motivated. And of all things, we expect just one thing from you to share this light of knowledge with your friends, family, peers, and your network. Do invite them to register for these sessions or subscribe to our YouTube channel, Ramratna International School Official. Thank you for joining in today, and we look forward to an inspiring session. Onward we go, forward we march. Best wishes from Ram Ratna International School.
Namaste to everyone. Namaste, good afternoon, and welcome, Dr. Iyer. How are you, sir?
Namaste, namaste, ma'am.
Namaste, sir. Jai ho.
Jai ho, jai ho.
How are you doing, sir?
Perfectly fine. Happy to be part of this group. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
It's absolutely an honor and totally a pleasure for myself and for Ramratna International School family to host you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
And we thank you for being our 82nd Aadharshila at the Aadharshila Talks at RRIS. Today seems to be a fantastic day because wherever we talk to Dr. Iyer, it fills us with so much of enthusiasm and energy and mostly the passion to do something. And I think a day which makes you come up with ideas, makes you come up with more spark for doing good to the society, I think that's the best day. So, sir, looking forward to this talk from you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
I feel we can give 30 seconds more for more participants to join.
Yes.
We'll begin sharp in 30 seconds.
Perfectly fine.
I want you to know that you are clearly visible and you are clearly audible.
Sarva Vyapi.
You are, yes. I see some work happening in the morning in Chennai, in the afternoon you are doing something in Bandra, in the evening you are doing something somewhere. I mean, the variety of work and the variety of locations, you really surprised me, sir.
Thank you.
Hats off to you.
Thank you so much.
So, were you aware of Aadharshila platform, sir?
Yes, through the forwards that I keep receiving from RRIS and from you, yes.
Right.
And a lot of highly intellectuals have participated and they have shared their knowledge. I should say the pearls of wisdom.
Absolutely.
Rather, the entire jewelry they have shared.
Yes, gems like yourself. And there are so many like yourselves who have agreed to spread their knowledge, share their wisdom. And that's how Aadharshila Talks at RRIS really has become a resounding success. I think we can now formally begin.
Yeah.
So, dear friends, I think there is hardly anyone who in today's gathering who doesn't know Dr. Narayan Iyer. Dr. Narayan A.B. Iyer, sir, has closely been associated with all the schools that I know of. We have been very fortunate to have associated with IDF and with Dr. Iyer for so many of our projects. Whenever we have spoken to him and met him, there has always been a new idea generating and which has led to so many activities that our school undertakes. Whether we talk of the Dignity Project that we did 2 years ago on Independence Day, or we talk of converting the electronic waste into recycled materials in a very conscious and green way, or it is about training our teachers for delivering lessons on life skills to the students of BMC schools. I think I can just go on and on how much we have received directly and indirectly from IDF and Dr. Iyer, sir. So, with immense gratitude and humility, I welcome you, pranams to you for accepting to be our speaker at Aadharshila Talks.
Thank you so much.
When we think of Dr. Iyer, sir, the word that comes to my mind is a philanthropist, an altruistic person. I would like to know from my audience, what does altruism mean to you? Let's see how many are active and can respond through the chat. In short, brief, just one or two words that come to your mind. What is altruism? Selfless service. Thank you, Miss Nagma. Nagma ma'am is one of our Aadharshilas.
The most active person.
Yes, another inspiring gem. So selfless service, well said, Nagma ma'am. Friends, do you know a lot of research has been done on altruism, and it says that the foundation for happiness is altruism. It is one of the ways that you can make your life not only meaningful, but happiness that everyone craves. But yes, there is one condition. It should not be done with the intention of our own happiness. It is to be done out of a desire to help, not just because we feel obligated out of duty or out of loyalty or out of religious reasons. It has to be unselfish concern for helping others. Altruism is the principle and moral practice of concern for happiness of other human beings or animals, resulting in a quality of life, both material and spiritual. It's a traditional virtue in many cultures and a core aspect of various religious and secular worldviews. Science has proven the acts of altruism make you happy and increase your overall health and well-being when formed into a habit. A life dedicated to helping others comes with several health benefits and could even make you live longer. I'm sure Dr. Iyer is going to have a very, 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 very long life because of all the duas he receives from the people he helps, but also from the benefits of altruism that naturally makes you live a longer and a larger life. So friends, remember that there is a strong association between kindly emotions, helping behavior, and our health, our well-being, and our longevity of life. So let's formally see what Dr. Iyer is known for. Dr. Narayan A.B. Iyer is the co-founder. He's the CEO of IDF, Indian Development Foundation. Dr. Iyer joined the IDF as a volunteer at the age of 17 and rose to the level of CEO and national coordinator with 30 years of humanitarian service. Being the trustee of some of the leading national NGOs based in India, he specializes in the area of mass health awareness in educational institutions. He is the architect who has established 250 IDF Bal Gurukuls in several states in India and promotes advocacy for the less privileged around the world. Having chaired panel discussions on health, education, and development issues, and having addressed a large number of students around the world, he is now designing a model for total literacy in India. Mission Wonder is his brainchild to create 1 million teachers in the country. Dr. Iyer has initiated the knowledge revolution, which he calls as Grey Revolution, aptly named, sir, and engineers the knowledge bank to ignite young minds for a better tomorrow. Other projects initiated by Sir are projects Mission W2K, that is Waste to Knowledge, and Mission EW2K, Electronic Waste to Knowledge, Project Sui Dhaga G, and Project Dignity. I would like to know more about Sui Dhaga G. The rest I'm aware of. In fact, we are part of. Dr. Iyer was actively involved with his team of social ambassadors and social champions during the COVID-19 pandemic and reached out to sent out 8 million meals to the needy families, getting IDF registered in the United Nations Economic and Social Council, that is ECOSOC. He represented the IDF at the United Nations headquarters at New York in 2012 and 2015. So he's a mentor to students in various business schools and a guide for PhD students. He also had the honor of meeting and interacting with the prime ministers and the presidents of India and many other eminent personalities like Mother Teresa, Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, His Holiness the Dalai Lama, Sir Ratan Tata, Nobel laureate Sri Kailash Satyarthi, and many more. So we are blessed and honored today with your presence. Without any further ado, I invite you, the platform is all yours. We would love to know about what you do, how you do, and why is it so important to do all that. So friends, Get ready to listen to the most dynamic person when it comes to helping others that I have ever known. Welcome to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jaya Parekh, ma'am. Rather, you missed to say that fasten your seat belts now. And we are all on the runway of goodness, and we are going to take off to the highest peak. Of course, we all have heard about DIY, do it yourself. And now we all need to find what is FIY, find it yourself. And that is happiness available. It's available in plenty. So how are we going to do that? First of all, my sincere gratitude to Aadharshila team for inviting me. Rather, this same thing happened to me some 31 years back when I was just crossing through the road, which is just behind this wall where I am sitting today, and completed my grade 11, not knowing, though the passion was there to do something, seeking for a job was very important. But somebody was in quest of a boy to be working in a social organization. And the boy who was supposed to come, he didn't turn up on that day. And as they found me that I'm crossing through this road, so they called me and found out, come. The boy who was supposed to come did not turn up. And let me produce you before Dr. A.R.K. Pillai, my mentor, my guru, my godfather. So I was produced before him. And since then, no look back. First delivery of letter that he gave me was to deliver the letter to Sri Dilip Kumar Saab's house. I said, sir, I'm a frog in a well. I don't know anything outside this Goregaon. But still, since then, two things which exposure is very important. So exposure gave me, and meeting people. These are two things which one need to understand. And that takes you to highest pedestal in life. Yes. So as Jaya ma'am had though invited me, though today's talk is scheduled for Dr. A.R.K. Pillai. And I have come here. So I believe in opportunity.
Sir, actually, I should thank you for accepting this change of dates, as Dr. Pillai was not keeping well. And so was so kind that he agreed to shift the dates. And, you know, the topic, today's topic is happiness unlimited. And these are examples. Why there is unlimited happiness? It's because of this kind of an attitude that sir has.
Yeah. So I don't miss any opportunity. The opportunity was given. So it happened on that day. It happened today also. So I respect, as people should always look for the opportunity, and the moment the opportunity comes in, you need to grab it. So I thank Jaya ma'am for inviting me. That's what I wanted to mean to say, that in life you get a lot of calls, a lot of subtle calls that come, which we won't be able to hear because we are in a crowded place, a lot of noise around. So there's an inner voice that keeps coming in, and respond to the inner voice is what we want to say, that we are all part of this Aadharshila, where a lot of voices that keep crossing through us, and we need to make a choice. And choice in life is very important. Everyone has the opportunity of making a choice, except one choice of selecting a parent. Rest all you can do that. The job, to the life partner, to the career, to house, to holiday, to everything for that matter. But once you're there, enjoy. Once you're there, don't crib on. Once you're there, see that you live and lead the life properly. So, of course, I had a lot of things to share. One thing, World War I, World War II. Rather, many things which I'm going to share in the given point of time will not be there in the Google. So I want to give you something, not those jargons, not those quotes of the high leaders which are already there, which you can search it out, because Google Baba is already there. But let me tell you about this World War I, where people were put into prisoners of war were there in Siberia, where they had to dig their own grave, because there were a lot of people, and what to do, they were unaware. So they had to dig their grave and have to lie down, and somebody will come and shoot them. So this was happening because the number of people, of POWs, were so many. So there was a scaly boy, a thin boy, who just came up. Again, 17-year-old. He was standing there, and the army just kicked him off, saying that you are not worth dying. He took that opportunity, ran away from that place, got into a coal train, reached Würzburg, a place in Germany, did his journalism, And as part of his career, he came to a place in Addis Ababa and in Ethiopia, where he found a lot of leprosy affected people. So he went to the king of Ethiopia and asked them, "You have a lot of leprosy affected people?" The king said, "Yes, there are a lot of leprosy affected people, and we need support." Immediately, he cut short his excursion and went back to Würzburg in Germany and started his own newspaper called Forts Black and appealed to the people. As I say, people responded. People responded to the call. It was late 40s, and people gave enough of money, Deutschmarks, which he took and went back to Germany, went back to Ethiopia, and handed over the money to the king of Ethiopia for leprosy program. King said, "Thank you so much, my dear friend, that you have responded to the call. What made you to do this?" He said, "The only thing that we all need to do is we need to give while we are living. Giving while living is very important." And that's the message that he had given. Later, what happened was the king of Ethiopia said, "My dear friend, leprosy is more in a country called India and not in Ethiopia. So look to the map of the world and see that there's a place called India and go there." He went back to Germany and he researched on the places of India and leprosy cases. Yes, in early 50s, 1950s, he landed in a place called Salem in Tamil Nadu and set up the first leprosy hospital. No look back for him. He established 350 projects across the world. He connected to all the leprosy colonies and the team in the world, and they all work towards one mission of a world without leprosy. Again, there was in this journey, there was another boy who ran away from the home at the age of 14, seeking social justice for the untouchables. This boy intercepted with a leprosy affected person in 1947 in Dadar railway station in Mumbai. He gave him a cup of tea. The leprosy affected person gave him a cup of tea. This boy, this second boy in the story, thought, "I should also do something for leprosy in my lifetime." These two stalwarts met at a time. They decided that yes, world without leprosy is possible. He started writing articles. The second gentleman is the founder of IDF, Dr. A.R.K. Pillai. And the first gentleman is the founder of German Leprosy Relief Association, Mr. Hermann Kober. So these two people uh, networked with a lot of people and scientists, social soldiers. The one thing that they came across when the strategy was planned was, how do you reach out to the people? How do you reach out to the masses? Because the disease is a visible disease. This disease, leprosy per se, is having a lot of social stigma, misconception. How will one tell that you are causing of leprosy, you can be cured and things like that? This message has to be percolated. So a scientific and a strategic program was designed by Dr. Pillai along with Dr. M.S. Swaminathan, the father of Green Revolution of India. They both designed the strategy at a time when television and telephones were a luxury that was not available. Illiteracy was at peak. Unemployment was at peak. How do you reach out to people? How do you communicate this major problem to the people? It was awareness which was taken up in a big way. Awareness through people and through students. So WhatsApp was not available. Other medium of communications were not available. Print media, if you print in English, people in knowing Hindi and other vernacular languages will not understand. So they thought, let us go to the school assemblies. Let us go to the school assemblies. The children mind is like a serene pond. Put a stone into the pond and see how the ripples are being formed. So the messages went to the school children, and there was a silent social revolution by the students who helped in connecting the patients and the doctors. At a time when there were the problem to be found out that it is caused by a bacteria, and from bacteria to the first medicine to be found, it took 70 years. During this pandemic, we could come out with vaccines in 5 months' time, 6 months' time. Scientists are working, thousands of scientists are working day in and day out. And see, those days also scientists were working, but technology were not in place. Communications, they could not reach out to the places. So students played a very important role. Schools played a very important role in creating awareness. Sometimes we may think that if a message comes to me, I don't have leprosy, or nor our family has got leprosy, it doesn't matter at all. But knowing is very important. And once you know, you need to share. You need to share the information with people. And that's how the leprosy elimination was possible from 4 million to 100,000 cases. It was a great journey, a scientific strategic management, which started in 1980, and by 2005, India was declared leprosy eliminated, not eradicated. Elimination means with a prevalence of less than 1 per 100,000 population is called as elimination. It's not a major threat at all. That's how the scientists have worded it properly. Yes, these two boys became the great people by then. And the third boy, I also happened to meet my mentor, Dr. Pulle, when I was 17. And though we had a journey, like for example, it was Second World War time, and the families were, were asked to travel to their safest zone. So a family who was settled in Burma, now Myanmar, so they were asked to go back, like many families walked through during this pandemic time. So during those war time, the families were asked to walk. So the men were allowed to walk, and the women were given a safe transit. So they were put into a ship and they all traveled. Today being the National Girl Child Day, importance of girl, importance for women were there from time immemorial. But again, there is a lot need to be done for that cause too. Yes, so the girls and the family with female, they came to India, they got settled in Kerala, and the family had a lot of children, and one of them was girl, and she got married and got into Mumbai. These days where people used to get their partner settled in UK, USA, Australia. Those days Mumbai was a big place. So this lady came to Mumbai, and of course challenge time in life. Of course there are challenges, and how do you mitigate challenges, and how do you stand strong during your challenge time is very, very important. How challenges are converted into opportunities is one that women know it very well, and particularly mother knows it very well. She may starve, but she will say that I have already taken food. This is what is the power of a lady, power of a mother. She is ready to undergo all challenges, all problems, but she will see that the family and the children gets the best. She had 3 children. She put the children into the municipal schools, see that the education, let the education be given to the children. Let the time don't, fly away, so that the proper education, immaterial of where they study. And since then, there was the mother gave mantras to the children, as she was bringing up the family during the tough time. And she gave the mantra that you need to have PhD in life is very important. Without PhD, you cannot be a successful individual. What mother meant to the children was that you need to have passion in you. Passion will take you to the highest pedestal in life. जो बोलते हैं ना जज्बा जुनून होना बहुत जरूरी है. Come what may, you may be in any part of the world, wherever you may be. You may be in 5x5 room or 10x10 room or 8x8 room. It doesn't matter, but the fire in your belly is very important. So this message struck to the children of this lady. And again, she said, you need to have hunger for your passion. The H of PhD stands for hunger. And if you have the hunger towards your passion where you want to reach, you will be taken up to that position. And of course, with passion and hunger, You need to be a disciplined person. Discipline also plays a very, very important role. So she gave this mantra to the children, and children grew up well. Today I'm conversing. I am one of the boys of that family of the Second World War. Of course, the First World War was Herman Kober. The Second World War was my grandparents and my mother, who came all the way from Myanmar to India, and from there to now in Mumbai. The learning should be part of your life. You should not worry about what language do you learn. If children are into this, listening to this program, it doesn't matter if you don't know language, if you don't know, but you need to be expert in whichever language you are, and later on you can learn. If I'm able to speak to you in chaste English, it's only because of practice. You keep practicing, and you can see that you can make wonders. And don't belittle yourself wherever you are, dear students, if you're watching this program. So you need to always see that you are the best, and the best is also yet to come. So if this message of PhD remains with you, you can achieve wonders. So with that, of course, I had Dr. Pillai with me, and then meeting stalwarts during the journey of goodness. Because goodness was one such thing that we all need to understand, that it is a magnet, that if one does one goodness, the others also want to do, and it's a kind of it's a contagious one. The moment you do, the others start doing, and it goes on and on and on. Many people, and the impact is so great that many people are benefited during the journey. So the goodness that we saw during our journey of Indian Development Foundation, earlier known as Indian Literacy Foundation, was, yes, through networking with a lot of school children who did their goodness as a messenger. They all played the role of a goodness messenger, and they communicated to lots of people. And then the ripple effect was so many that we saw many patients got cured. They got settled into the families. When we were doing this work, we were more into the grassroots level. We have reached out to the villages, the inaccessible areas, the Naxalite areas, the hilly regions. We found education is the second thing that we need to take up. Of course, we were more focused on one, and we were successful in that. And the second one that we thought was education is important. And our intervention with Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was a great eye-opening for us. He told that you need to work for the youth of the country, a country which is going to be young for the next 20 years down the line. You need to see that the dividends that we are going to see, that the youthful country, which is going to be a dividend, should not become a disability. Reach out to the youth and see that you handhold them at the right time. So we started with the blessings of Dr. Kalam, a program called Bal Gurukul. In 2005, we started our first Bal Gurukul in Rajasthan. 50 children. Rather, the first PhD I got when I was in grade 7, and the second PhD, of course, after my master's. And I did my sociology. And there, when I was doing this research program, I went to villages called Langadiyavas, Nonpura, and Papad. And in two villages where I was talking to children, they said that they had not seen their face on a mirror, nor they had seen a notebook, nor they have seen a book. And in an era of Facebook, no face and no book. What a paradox. Paradox of life, we all should know. Bihar, which has got the mines, but there is poverty. Africa, where there are diamonds, but there is poverty. So here again, you had everything, but education did not reach. We thought, let us start our first concept of Bal Gurukul. With 50 students, we started. And today, IDF has got 250 Bal Gurukuls. And by 2022 end, we are going to have 300 Bal Gurukuls, which is again the vision plan. Okay, the moment you have the passion in you, you reach out to them. And during the pandemic, the teachers played an awesome role, wonderful role. I know every teacher played, every educationist played, where at a time when we say that everything stopped, nothing stopped. Education was going on perfectly fine. The trees were giving the fruits and the flowers, and we are all breathing. So everything was working. Technology was in its place, so we could reach out. But for Bal Gurukul teachers, technology was not there. And the children in the typical villages had no gadgets, which is again a common factor in cities like Mumbai, slum schools and things like that. So what did our teachers do? They took the microphone, went to the crossroads, and just started teaching from the crossroad. Students were sitting inside the homes and they received the messages, and they all did well. And there was a time that a kind of we need to pay to our teachers, and the priorities during the pandemic shifted to uh, for food and for health and education. It was little lower, so as the donors who were giving for education could not give, but they said that their priority is health. So we could work in the health sector, and we also worked in the food sector. But looking into this education, we thought we need to pay our teachers in Bal Gurukuls. How do we do that? The moment you put your message to the universe sends all the angels. It conspire and see that your mission gets successful. We had a lot of angels who came in, and two angels were, I would to record in this Aadharshila. We had Shruti and Sambhav, and we say Sambhavami Yuge Yuge. Yes, these two angels, one from Guwahati and one from Gurgaon. They both came, and they did not. We have not met even till date. We have not met, but it was through a digital phone call and through a con call we got connected, and they took IDF Bal Gurukul to world's #1 program, and that was a great success that we found. That yes, they gave us recognition, and this recognition brought the small stipend for our 150 Bal Gurukuls. That was immediate. So that was a great success that we found, that Bal Gurukuls were ranked #1 and our teachers could be paid. Yes, when we were doing our program of Bal Gurukul, there were interns who used to come. A lot of interns, like, you have college interns, you have school interns. They keep coming and doing their social program, and they are our helping hands. They keep giving our, supporting us time and again. And if whatever we could do during our either pandemic time or before or now, it is all because of the social interns, and they are all our goodness ambassadors. And that's what we call goodness unlimited. It doesn't stop. Neki nahi rukegi. Goodness never stops. So ये चलते रहती है, ये कारवा ऐसी है कि चलते रहती है. And we have students after student. What can we do for you? What can we do for you? So it was in 2005. It was sometime during 2014. We had two interns who came coming from Madras School of Social Work, and they did a survey of IDF Bal Gurukuls. They said that, sir, you are doing very good in education program, but girls during their periods time, they are not able to attend their school. Can you please help them? Can we start some program for them? We started our dignity program called PH12. It's personal hygiene for 12 months program, which we started in a place called Nalgonda, close to Hyderabad, and started supporting 3,860 girls to start with the first one. Next year, 10,000 girls, then 20,000 girls, and now we reach at 100,000 girls we have reached out. Today morning, also we had programs at Telangana with 3 Bal Gurukuls receiving on the National Girl Child Day the complete kit for an annual supply of dignity program, dignity kit. So this is dignity kit is again a menstrual hygiene management kit for the girls. For the viewers' information, this is again one of the noblest thing that we have caught up. We have now applications received from a lot of schools in Punjab, in Maharashtra, in Tamil Nadu. Over 500,000 girls have already sent in their request list. So there's a big job to be done. The basics and the basic hygiene of the girls need to be provided. So that's the dignity program. And I thought, let me have the tag of Padman, and people started calling me Padman. And later on, 2017, when the movie came in, it helped us into this journey, and people were started talking about this program.
So I'm interrupting you in between, but I feel so proud in sharing with all our participants. In fact, most of them who are from my school already know that we have joined hands for the Dignity Project with you, with IDF, for the girls and women of Jamjharpada, the tribal village that we have adopted, also for our support staff and the staff working in our campus, Keshav Srishti campus in Gaushala. I just wanted you to know we are always there with you, just a call away, sir. In any way we can contribute, we would love to be a part of it.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you. I know there is mission 25,000 is what written just before my board. It is 25,000 girls in Punjab have requested. So that's our next mission. I would certainly circulate the information, and anyone who wants to be participating. Every drop counts, every support. Maybe everyone may not be able to do, even 5, 10, 15 can do. If all put together, you have 25,000 students, one student taking care of one girl is also sufficient. So this is what is the journey of dignity. So we have crisscrossed through health, education, and development. Dr. Kalam said that dream, dream, dream. We all need to dream. Dream into thoughts and thoughts into action. Though these are all common words we have come across, we have read through, we have lived through, and we are living through. And we need to see that we not only get the secret into ourselves, but they share the secrets to our next generation, children. We should share this information that you need to dream, think big, aim high. The moment you think that, it happens. It happens. How it happens? That's the power of the divine. Of course, that is not there in the books, textbooks and things like that, but we have to live, we have to understand, and we have to experience. Unless and until we experience, that doesn't happen. So we need to dream. The moment you dream, you need to start believing yourself. You need to believe yourself. You need to believe in your dream and see that it is made into, it is manifested. That is what is your action. So dreams, believe, and achieve. You dream, you believe, and you achieve. So that is DBA. So let me tell our audience that you all need to get this degree of DBA before you get the degree of MBA. So students in the schools, colleges, every individual for that matter, this for DBA, you don't have to go to any university. Life university is sufficient. You dream, you believe, and you will achieve. And you see, miracles can happen, and miracles are happening. How it happens? One has to feel, one has to experience, one has to believe. Again, that's the starting point is belief. So with this, what is our next dream? If someone wants to ask us, is our next dream is to create livelihood. Our next dream, you say you provide a fish and you teach someone fishing. Again, another school of thought which we all have learned. So again, how do you teach people fishing? So there came up with our new venture or new mission during the pandemic, which is SDG, Sui Dhaga Ji. Not Sustainable Development Goals, but Sui Dhaga Ji. G here is the respect, like Jaya Ji. Computer Ji, rather we can say Amitabh Bachchan says Computer Ji. So here is Sui Dhaga Ji. So if you work with something, call it with a respect. So here we have started this program in a few locations in Mumbai, and now we are going to scale it up. So our mission is to create 100,000 women entrepreneurs and solopreneurs in next 10 years down the line. So by 2030, we are going to create a lot of women entrepreneurs, because what we have seen as we are working into the grassroots, a lot of mothers, in fact, they come to a lot of NGOs or schools and they ask for their support. We tell them that, yes, we will give you support. First, we will make you self-reliant and see that you pay your own fees, you pay your all child's fees, and you'll have excess income, and so that you can also help your neighbor. So giving while living is also taught to them. We are also teaching them to be self-reliant. We are also giving them DBA. They have never gone to a school, a lot of illiterates. So we unlettered people, but building up confidence in them and see that they are put into the highest pedestal. So when we look into garment industry per se, where Bangladesh stands number 2 in the world today, India with a lot of population, with a strategic management, we are not talking about a competition. We are talking about HQ, happiness quotient, where we need to see that the woman who is inside the 4 walls, who is taking care, and there is no respect, unplug her from that, bring her into the society, give her leadership skills. She can stand and she can do a lot of work. And we have seen things getting transformed. A lot of women are happy. They're happy saying that early morning मैं सिर्फ घर पे ऐसी बैठती थी. Today I get into my uniform, dress हो जाती हूँ सुई धागा जी के ड्रेस में, अपना आई कार्ड पहनती हूँ, and she goes and she talks to बहनें, जो 30-40 बहनें जो सेंटर में आती हैं, whom she had never met, and she has improved her communication skills. And that's how the next revolution that we are going to hit is through Suvidhagaji. So we have taken up this journey, goodness journey, and through this, what I want to tell our audience is we need to be giving while living. Don't say that मैं will लिख के जाता हूँ, वो will पहुंचे न पहुंचे हमें नहीं पता है. जीते जाते अपना will देखो कि कहाँ पहुंच रहा है. Your will has to be what you want to be and what you will, and it will happen. The divine will. Don't write your will, you write the will of the divine, and see many good things will happen. Okay. And the next one which I told you was get your degree of PhD of passion, hunger and discipline. And of course BBA ranks number one, because we all need to give this to every human being so that they all dream, they all believe themselves, and they all can achieve. They need not, everyone need not dream to become Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, but yes, they all can. He was a wonderful teacher. He was a wonderful scientist. At the end, we all need to tell our people, you all need to be a wonderful human being. There was a quote which got recently circulated. What is education all about? I don't need engineers to create bombs. I don't need so and so forth. Many things were there. So we don't want not so good things to happen. We want to see that our children become good human beings. This is what we need to tell the world. Yes, there is a beautiful world, and our generation next is waiting, and they're all with full of energy and enthusiasm. We all can join this goodness journey and see that we can create a better world today, not better world tomorrow, because tomorrow doesn't come. The moment tomorrow comes, it becomes today. Let's create a better world today. So हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन नहीं, हम होंगे कामयाब आज से. तो ये आज से ये नारा लेकर के हम चलते हैं, और सभी लोगों को शुभकामनाएं मैं देता हूं. I think we have come to a point where the audiences would like to ask. Human beings and being human, yes, we all need to be imparting this message. Ye message we need to be putting this message into us every day. We need to live that. Okay. And you see wonders happening. कैसे होता है, कैसे चमत्कार होता है, हो जाता है. And pandemic में सभी लोगों ने इसका experience किया है. Everybody has, somebody or the other, the divine unseen hand come and try to help you. How it happens, and it has been happening. Today I don't know, today maybe Aadharshila may give me a lead for this 25,000 girls in Punjab. Who knows? This can happen. Thy will be done. So let's go ahead with this wonderful mission. आज सभी जो leaders एक ही बात कहते हैं, हमारे जो भी students इस program को देखेंगे तो कहते हैं कि यूं जमीन पर बैठकर आसमान क्या देखता है, यूं जमीन पर बैठकर आसमान क्या देखता है, पंखों को खोल क्योंकि जमाना उड़ान देखता है. तो जमाना उड़ान तो देखता है. एक और बात कहना चाहूंगा कि लहरों की तो फितरत है शोर मचाने की, लहरों की तो फितरत है शोर मचाने की, मंजिल उसी को मिलती है जो निगाहों से तूफान देखता है. So we need to see that we need to be prepared all the time. Be prepared. जो स्काउट्स एंड गाइड में जो मोटो होता है ना, हमेशा तैयार रहो, चाहे वो पैंडेमिक आए, जैसे सब प्रोग्राम्स की तैयारी करते हैं. So we need to be keep preparing our students, make them fearless and stand them and see that they can all do wonders, because as educationists and intellectuals who are part of this program, and as the social workers like us, we can handhold the generation next and make the world a beautiful place to live. God bless you all. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind, sir. Jai Ho. This has been a hair-raising experience listening to you, one after another, talking about how little actions, when done with the community coming together, can really create wonders. What one can dream, one can believe, one can definitely achieve. And rather than just being busy as educators and making our children learn how to count, let us focus on making them understand what really counts.
Yes.
I would like our participants to share their thoughts, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask and share your thoughts.
Ms. Jaffa, may I say something?
Yes, Ms. Nagma, please go ahead.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for inviting me. And Dr. Iyer, it has been a marvelous time, I should say, that I have had. Your humility, your selflessness, your, I should say, motivation to do good for our nation is something that very few show. You know, many people are all talk, but you are actually doing this. You are looking at the present and you are trying to do good things to improve the future of our nation. So, Jai Ho, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am. The network bent in between, but I know madam has talked everything good. तो एक ही बोलता हूँ कि the best network that works is the divine network. The other networks will not work. Yeah, किसी भी पहाड़ पर चलता है वो.
Well said, sir. And I think everything you say is like a quote. You know, it can be used as an inspiring quote every day. Any other participants who would like to speak up and share your thoughts, please? Okay. So this talk, your talk,
as thoughts keep coming, we only need to tell people that leaders are not by position, leaders are not by
title.
They need, the leaders can be anyone.
Yes.
Right? It's by passion. Leaders should be by passion. So we need to tell children also that they are all leaders. When we ask in the classroom, can you name a few leaders? Normally they all think of the leaders of the political arena. No. In one classroom when I went, and it was in a rural area, and they said that the friend sitting close to him, the classmate, is his leader. But then I told them that you also are a leader.
Yes.
This is very important. The moment you feel that you are a leader, and the simplest definition for a leader is if you are able to lead yourself. If you are able to lead yourself, you are a leader. That's the simplest mantra. They may say that leader के ये qualities हैं, वो qualities हैं, not required. If you are able to lead, ये सभी qualities अगर आपके अंदर आ गए, so you are a leader. Everything starts with that seed. The power of the seed is to create 100,000 jungles or forest. But if the seed is just kept in a plastic container, it remains wherever it is. So you are all the seeds are the children who are already planted, who are nurtured by educational institutions and by parents. The values and thoughts need to be given one after the other and see that they are taken to the highest position, and they will again start sharing, because the more they share, as the seeds keep falling, and the seeds gives you more new trees. So that's what it has to happen.
Absolutely, sir. So this grows in exponential way. Now, this can be a warning as well, because if the seeds are not nurtured well and the seeds are not of good quality, if suppose instead of useful plants, we are simply planting thoughts like weeds, this can be very dangerous as well. So we need to look at both the sides of the coin and be very focused on giving the right nutrition through the right information and the thoughts, the character development, to ensure that the forest that is going to grow and the garden that is going to bloom is filled with fragrance of goodness, and goodness unlimited is going to happen in the world as a ripple effect. Let's start that from today, from our single classroom, and probably from a single child, and nobody would be able to stop that ripple effect.
Correct.
Thank you for bringing in that.
Keep giving. Giving should be your attitude.
And giving while living.
Giving while living.
And it is said a giver is twice blessed.
Yes.
He's not only helping the person who receives, but you are inherently receiving a fountain of happiness within yourself, joy within yourself.
In Rig Veda, it is said, Ano bhadraha kritavo yantu vishwataha. Let noble thoughts come to us from every side.
From all directions.
All directions. आते रहें, बांटते रहो. कुछ भी रखना नहीं.
Thank you, sir. And I think this goes with the motto of Aadharshila talks.
Yes.
Let good thoughts come to us from everywhere. Let's be open-minded enough to absorb all the positive information and wisdom that we can. I can see Wing Commander Shri Pradeep sir here, who has raised his hand. He has also been one of our Aadharshilas. Sir, please unmute yourself and speak up.
Hello, Dr. Jaya and Dr. Narayan.
Hello, sir.
It's a pleasure to see both of you. And I just wanted to add a little bit of what Dr. Narayan has also done over and above what he has mentioned to us from wherever he started, which I don't know if he mentioned that in the early part because for the first 5-7 minutes I wasn't here, but he has addressed the United Nations. He has been to the United Nations and has addressed. And when I met him personally, he had told me that how as a child he wasn't even being able to speak a complete sentence, articulate his thoughts completely. And here this man in his own lifetime has been able to address the United Nations, which is fantastic. Those many of us who have grown up in a privileged to have not even scratched the surface of what Dr. Narayan has been able to do. So I'm not saying this to patronize him or to blow his trumpet for him, but just to tell people that how it's possible for every single person to be able to reach those heights. And not it's not the big deal is not addressing the United Nations. Big deal is being able to make that difference, being able to be get there to spread the word around and get his vision into reality. So just for the benefit of the others, I thought I'll just say, because I'm sure Prakash, as I call him, will never mention this to the others. So
Thank you, Captain Sir, for this wonderful endorsement. Yes, we keep borrowing, we keep giving.
In fact, Dr. Iyer has been at the UN twice and not just once. And I think the confidence that Pradeep sir has spoken about, it comes from doing good. And like sir has stressed, Dr. Iyer has stressed upon two things. Let children be prepared for any challenge, any difficulty, and let them be fearless. I think when that happens, and this is all connected with the kind of work you do. If you have noble thoughts, you're doing noble actions, you are going to get courageous, and you will be prepared to take on any challenges. So the work actually gives back you the confidence. So it's all interconnected. And that is going to lead to just have goodness unlimited, and that is going to lead to a more powerful, more prepared, more confident, fearless world. I think this is the time to wrap up
Thank you,
the
ma'am.
82nd Aadharshila talk at RRIS. There is so much that our participants have taken away today from your talk, sir. A lot of food for thought.
Thank you.
There is a short
Wishing everyone happy Republic Day in advance.
Thank you so much, sir. I would also like to extend an invite to you. On Republic Day, every year, we celebrate Khushi Utsav and Khushi Bazaar, where we do some kind of community service. This year, in a government school in Kashmira Mira Road, our students have built a washroom with 6 toilet facility. They raised a fund of 5.5 lakhs. The Interact Club students of Ramratna International School through crowdfunding. They in this particular school last year during the cyclone, the washroom had got damaged. The girls used to go home to attend to nature's call during the day and would not return back. So the attendance was being affected, their knowledge, their learning was being affected, and also a matter of dignity and a matter of health and hygiene. Every child has a right to these basic rights. So we are very happy about it on this Republic Day. You are invited to join us. If you have time, please let me know, sir. We'd love to have you. Let's see this short little video of gratitude from all of us. Thanks, everyone. Sir, wish you all the very best. Good health and happiness always. Oh, this is so beautiful. Thank you. Very kind of you, sir. Thank you so much. And I wish that you keep doing good, keep inspiring people, and may we also contribute to this journey of goodness unlimited.
Thank
We
you.
are getting into the same wagon with you, sir. Thank you. Thanks to
Thank
all
you.
the participants. Thanks to sir. See you all next Monday for the 83rd Aadharshila talk at RRIS. Another inspiring personality, another insightful talk. See you until then. Please take care. Happy Republic Day once again. Jai Ho.
Thank you. Jai Ho.
Jai Ho. Thank you, Rajlakshmi ma'am. Thank you for being present. Thanks to so many of Aadharshilas who have taken out time to be with us. It
Thank
really
you
means a
very much.
lot. Pradeep sir, you were just amazing. The way you have summarized it, I couldn't have done it better. Thank you so much for your presence and also for putting the concluding thoughts in such a beautiful way. So glad to see you and have you here.